I'm going to share with you how to create sales-generating website content, even if you hate typing. By the end of this video, you'll know how to create the content you need and how to record the content and have it automatically turned into a document for easy copy and pasting into your website. Improving the content of your website needs to be an occasional activity because your website should be generating a lot of your total revenue. If it's not, I can help you there too. I'm Trip, and along my life's journey, I've had the chance to help create advertising campaigns for some of the world's biggest brands and learn from some of the innovators in my industry. I've also worked closely with many of the small business owners, helping them flourish. And I like the idea of owning a small business so much. 16 years ago, I opened my own. Now, I'm taking everything I've learned on that journey and giving it away here on my YouTube channel and on my website, promarketingadvice.com. Before we dive in, take a second right now and click the subscribe button. This does two important things. It makes sure you know every time I come out with new video content that's packed with helpful information. And number two, the more subscribers I have, the more my videos get seen and the more people I can help. So, in the world we live in today, I think you'd agree, we all need to help each other. So do me a favor right now. Go ahead and click that subscribe button, and I appreciate it. Thank you. So, let's talk about creating the content. And then I'll show you how easy it is to turn it into a document. First of all, have a map of your website, whether it exists or not. Your homepage should be the hub, and your different products or services should have pages off that website, that homepage, I should say. I'm going to do a whole separate video on structuring the website, but for now, let's work with the basics. Let's address your homepage content. Here's where you provide your elevator pitch. The who, what, where, and why about your business. Some of that's written content. Others should be content like the address, obviously the name of your business. I've seen websites without that. Your phone number, and a lot of that stuff should be in your header and footer. So it's constant no matter how many pages you have on the website. Additionally, be sure to include your USP, which stands for Unique Selling Proposition. In other words, what makes your business unique and special? What do you do that specifically ensures your business is superior and the ultimate best choice compared to all your competition? Listen, if you have to state that clearly and concisely. This should be done, and if it hasn't been done, if you don't know what your USP is, why don't you work on that right now? Using that USP, having your marketplace know what your USP, that will help you make money for years to come. So it's certainly well worth the effort to do that, and do that right now. The homepage is not the place to go into a deep dive about any one specific product or service. Rather, it provides that visitor with a big picture. Now, have a page for separate categories. For example, if you're a hardware store, you would have a page for lawn and garden, paints and stains, tools, etc. Now, this site can grow over time, but you should eventually have subpages under every one of these categories. If you carry 4 lines of paint and stains, each line would have a subpage under the subpage, paints and stains. Some service providers are very specific, like some attorneys specializing in one area of practice, like family law. That's important information that's on your homepage, right? If you're an attorney, your homepage would say, hey, I specialize in family law. Then your subpages would provide individual topic points that's important for a family attorney to spell out. You can tell I'm not an attorney, but the point being, that all needs to be spelled out. And essentially, you're creating almost like a funnel, bringing people down. They can get more and more and more and more information from your website. Now let's talk about some of the things to consider when you're coming up with your content. First of all, you've got 2 choices. You can write this copy in a Word document or some other similar programming format. Or you can record your voice And I'll show you how to do that and take that recording and have it automatically typed into a document, Google Docs. If you choose to record it, I strongly recommend you either handwrite a script or at least have several bullet points to keep you on point. I do that with these videos, and I do that with everything that I do when I'm writing. A lot of times I start with an outline and then fill in details. Now, it doesn't matter which of these methods you choose, but be sure to envision your best customer. Now we're talking about the content, what you're going to kind of create. We're going deeper into that. You want to write and or be talking to one specific person, again, that ideal customer. And do it in a manner, whether you're writing or speaking, as if you're with that person. If you have a showroom, you're in that showroom. If you're consulting for services, you're sitting down with that ideal customer and you're explaining, teaching, and using your professional knowledge so that they understand exactly why they should be your customer and why they should use your products and services. When you're talking about products and services, for instance, going back to the hardware store example, don't say it's the best paint. Say instead something like, I recommend this paint when customers are coming in. I've been doing it for years because I found for a project like this, it actually provides the best coverage, fastest drying time. Again, what you're doing is you're providing knowledge and experience. Okay, knowledge and experience is a wonderful tool to share with your customers because, listen, they don't have it. If you've had a paint and hardware store for 20 years, you know tons of stuff that the average person doesn't know just walking in the door. So make sure that's how you frame things rather than just say, it's the best paint. When you're putting content onto a website, work in small paragraph groups. Make sure people can scan it as well, which means have subheadlines and headlines moving all the way down through that. And almost sentence by sentence becomes its own paragraph. This is how people like to consume content today. People do a lot of scanning. So make sure that's how you structure this content. Okay, what you need to do is you need to go into Google Docs, and you do that through your Google account. If you don't have a Google account yet, it's a great thing for you to have. It's free. It's great to create something like your business name at at gmail.com, and go ahead and do that. And then these are the steps. You can take a screenshot. I'll have this information in there, but you can simply open it. I'm going to overlay, and you'll see how you do this. I'll quickly show you. Actually, I can do it really quickly right now. I can, here you go, Google Docs, go into Tools, go into Voice Typing, click to speak, and lo and behold, this is how you would create a Google Docs. I got it. This is how you create Google Docs. As you can see, this document is typing as I'm speaking. So this would be a way if you say, hey, I'm not going to sit at a computer and type. This is a way you can create your website content, and lo and behold, all you'll need to do is copy and paste from here. So this is how you do that. And then whenever you want to stop, you can see over here, you go ahead and click this button and voila, it's done. So that's how you go about So again, this is how you do it. Give that a quick look over. You can see, speak normal. You obviously got to make sure that your microphone is working, and some computers will ask you to give permission to the Google Docs to be able to use it. But that's how you go ahead and do that. Now, listen, I want to provide you with some bonus content here. Okay, and that's a program called Grammarly. They have a free and a premium service. Listen, I think last time they sent me something about it. I use Grammarly all the time, like every day, all the time, nonstop. It's a fantastic tool. It has a free and a premium version. I happen to be on the premium version. I'm going to put a link down below to go ahead and get that. It's my affiliate link, so you get a great price if in fact you want to do it for free, but definitely try it and try it on the free version. It may or may not be something you like, but what's great about that is when you create that Google Docs, inevitably, if you speak at all like me, you can tell I don't speak the King's English. So if you're all like me, what will eventually happen is it's not perfect grammar. You take that Google Docs, you select all, you copy, you bring it over into Grammarly, you hit paste. What Grammarly will do is it will go through that document you just did and it will make suggestions to you. For instance, if something's grammatically wrong, if you're missing a period, if you didn't have something capitalized, it will also offer you suggestions. If you end up using the same word over and over and over again, it'll give you suggestions maybe for different words to substitute for that so that it's more enjoyable reading for the visitor. It's a fast, easy tool to make sure you've got a document now. You've put all that information in, whether you're typing or speaking into Google Docs. But now what you can do is take what you have written or spoken and then put it into Grammarly. It'll correct, and it's easy to do too. It'll suggest something, and you either say accept or you exit out, and you quickly can go right through the whole document, and then lo and behold, boom, you copy and paste that, and that's your word. That becomes now what you put right into your website. I'll actually pull up Grammarly real fast. And, let me find out something. You can see I use this quite a bit, don't I? Here's something I did about some healing herbs. Best online sources for healing words. So for instance, you can see here, it'll make a suggestion that, you know what, that's not well worded. You can either make the change, or actually here, boom, I'm missing a comma. Click comma, and there you go. Wordy sentences, rework that. So going forward, we want to sound friendlier. Look at it, you know, in the future, these are things you can do. Then all you would do is collect all. On my computer, that's how I do it. It gives you a little score over here, tells you how you're doing, if it's an engaging delivery. One of the things I'll do here too is I'm going to back out. I'm going to create a new document. I just copied that same stuff, but one of the things you'll see is here in Grammarly, you can select. Do you want to sound like an expert? Do you want to sound knowledgeable, general? Formality is very, very important. Informal, neutral, or formal. My suggestion would be stay in this neutral, okay? And then I usually keep general right here. You can sometimes do business. I think general sounds better and reads better for the person. This stuff here I don't get too caught up in, but you certainly should try this. And gosh, if you go, hey, Trip, you ought to think about something like this in Grammarly, definitely let me know down below. But that's how you use Grammarly. So make sure you use that link below. You can go right into Grammarly. You'll get the best pricing they have if you want to use it. But definitely, you may not need. For a long time, I didn't need the paid version, but then I eventually made that move to it. Last but not least, hey, make sure you follow me and do me a favor. In the comments below, let me know if you're going to update your website and your website content. And if you do have any questions, if something didn't make sense on this, go ahead and ask it down below. I will answer questions. I want to interact with you. Remember, the whole purpose of me doing this is to help you. So if something didn't make sense, if you find out I left something out, whatever it may be, please ask the question down below. I will promptly respond to that. And listen, hopefully I'll be able to help you. Make sure you go ahead and get over on my website, follow me, take a look around my website. There's a lot more valuable information out there. Last but not least, listen, I want to thank you. I appreciate you spending some time here with me. I hope you found this valuable, and look forward to doing this again and sharing some information with you again soon. Thank you now. Bye-bye.